Well, you can't even buy them now because the MFJ has dropped out, but I just picked this one up last week. So a friend of mine was hurting for some cash, and he said, throw me $600 and you can have this thing. How about that?
Well, you did you have a gun on him at the same time? The tube's worth $1,000 to $1,500. Even for a used one, but can't beat it. So I got a couple of questions for you on your AL-1500. When you key the mic without any drive and just see what the idling current is, what does it idle at, over?
Okay, I'm sorry, I doubled with you a little bit. I was telling you what tube is in here. It's got a Penta Labs, it's about a 2-year-old Penta Labs in here, over?
Yeah, an 8877?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so when you key it without any drive, what does it idle at? Current is. What does it idle at, over?
Okay, I'm sorry, I doubled with you a little bit. I was telling you what goes to about 40 or something.
What's the idling plate current?
About 3,800.
3,800 bills, almost a half an amp.
Yeah, it's when I put it in high voltage. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, on the SSB position, you key it, turn your audio gain all the way down to 0, so there's no drive, and see what the idling current is.
Yeah, well, it's about 3,800, I guess.
Yeah, Veritron always didn't bias those enough. And if you look at an 8877 at 3,600 volts on AB1 or 2, it should idle at around 180 mils. And that'll run really linear. And so I played around with the Zener diodes in mine, and I got mine to idle at about 165 mils. And when I replaced the Zener, instead of a 10-watt Zener, I used a 50-watt Zener. And I knocked the plate current, idling plate current, down to about 160 mils. And boy, I knocked a whole bunch of temperature off of the tube plate. The tube runs a heck of a lot cooler. Over.
Yeah, well, that's all good. Unfortunately, I have an extra class, but I'm not very educated on electronics at the moment. Back in my younger days, I was a little better with that. Over.
Oh yeah, it'll still work. I run in my AL-1500, I run a 3CPX 1500A7, and yeah, it works real good. The Henry 3K Premier I'm using right now runs a 3CX 1200A7, and that's a pretty nice rugged tube also, over.
Oh yeah, well I've got an Icom 1500 that runs a 3CX 1000, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, they do a good job. Boy, tubes are getting expensive. Luckily, I have a bunch of spares. But your AL-1500 sounds really good. No problem at all.
Yeah, well, what was my report? You're about 15 over here, Don, over?
Well, you're anywhere from 15 to 20 over. 15 to 20 over right now, over.
Okay, beautiful. So it's reciprocatory there. You just peaked about 20 over yourself, over?
Yeah, Roger. All righty, well, let me catch these other guys. You got a great signal, and we'll catch you next time, over.
Absolutely, Don. Thanks for coming back. Have a great evening. Happy holidays, NX2O.
Yeah, and for $600, you got the deal as a Century. 73 from Montana. WR7 DW, QRZ. I got a kilowatt 2 Zulu something. Try it again.
Yeah, K2ZIN, kilowatt 2 Zulu, India, Nevada.
okay, yeah, K2ZIN, Z India Nancy, WR7DW, S9 signal in the northwest corner of Montana, and the handle's Don, Delta Oscar November.
Yeah, very good, Don. WR7DW from K2ZIN, Kingston, New York, first capital of the state, Don. Handle here is Hank. The handle is Hank, and we are in Kingston, New York. Yeah, you're 20 over. Full signal here. On our, we're running about 600 watts. We're using an Ameritron AL5. Fortunately, the beam, it's a 4-element beam, a couple elements fell off about a year ago. And, well, it's up about 40 feet. I don't climb towers. And I'm going to have to get somebody to take it down and retune the whole darn thing because I can't get more than about 600 watts. It should be close to a kilowatt anyway. WR7BWK2ZIN.
Yeah, okay there, Hank. No problem. I wonder what kind of beam had the elements fall off over.
Well, it's a high gain beam, and quite frankly, I'm embarrassed. It's a 4-element. The center, the driven element, is also tuned for 40 meters too, and it's kind of a comedy affair. I was about 2-3 years ago, I think it happened. One of the little elements, I didn't know where it came from. To be honest with you, it's about a foot long, piece of aluminum tubing. And then I found another one. It was in our swimming pool. And our swimming pool, I looked up and I found out where it came from. The beam is right over the pool. And that was the end of that. So the SWR is very high. But I mean, it works. I just have to keep the loading and everything way down. I do have another couple antennas. I have a vertical, high gain vertical, which is kind of cute. And every once in a while I use it. I've worked out very well with it. But right now I'm on the beam, and it works. I mean, we work people, and I'm not on the air that much. But anyhow, your signal's great. The audio quality is great too. WR7BWK2ZIN.
Yep, okay there, Hank. Well, you're doing good, S7-9, so no problem copying you here. And, yeah, you'll have to get somebody down and help you out and take that antenna down, put it back together. Now, is that a mono bander for 20, or was that a tri-bander from High Gain, over?
No, it's High Gain. It's not a mono band. It's not a mono band. It covers basically, it covers almost all the bands, Don. But the 40 meters, I had that inserted in there when I first put it up because I do a lot of 40 meters. I have an inverted V on our front lawn, much to my wife's dismay, and it works pretty well too. I threw that up during the summer. But I do want to get this thing before the winter really sets in. I'd like to get the beam kind of fixed up. I'll have to see one of the guys in the club that likes to climb towers. I do not. If it goes about 5 feet above the ground, I get a little shaky. But anyhow, that's the scoop there. We've been very cold here. No snow. No snow. I wouldn't mind a little bit. I'd like to see a little white on the ground, especially for the Christmas festivities. I'm retired. I was formerly a broadcast engineer, Don. I did a lot of station work from 1959 to 1994 and built a lot of stations. But I enjoy the hobby, but I haven't been spending too much time on it. I've got several rigs. I've got a couple real oldies, Swan 500. I have an NCX 1000, one of the first, I believe, kilowatt transceivers. It's a real oldie, but it sounds pretty good, too, on the air. QRZ?
Yep, Roger. All right, Hank, well, sounds like you did well, but, yeah, get the antenna fixed, and I don't know which high-gain model you have, but you get those things together, and sometimes a couple of sheet metal screws will keep that thing from falling apart again. Anyway, let me catch these other guys while the band's still open, and you have a wonderful day. Thanks for the call, Hank. Over.
Yeah, over, Don. And listen, my best 7 threes to you. Have a wonderful Christmas holiday, and of course New Year's too. And well, we'll look for snow. Anyhow, have a wonderful day. Great talking to you. My best 7 threes. WR7DW K2ZIN over off and in the clear.
Yep, okay, yeah, sounds good there, Hank. 73 from Montana. WR7DW QRZ.
Kilo Hotel Zulu.
Okay, I got a couple of them I've written down. Stand by, guys. I'll catch you in a minute. K7, is it KHZ Kilo Hotel Zulu, WR7DW? Go ahead.
WR7DW from Kilo 7 Kilo Hotel Zulu. You got it, Don. K7 kilohertz. Name here is Phil. Papa Hotel India Lima. QTH is Tampa, Florida. Roger.
No, Tampa, Florida. Okay, I was wondering where you'd be for a 7 call. But, yeah, you're S7 to S9, Phil. Nice signal here in the northwest corner of Montana. Over.
Yeah, real good there, Don. Yeah, it's a little chilly here in Tampa. It's about 60 degrees right now. Hey, while you were chatting with the other guy, I went to your QRZ page. I tried to follow that link on your call sign lamps, and it didn't work for me. Over.
Oh, it should there if you put in handmade gear. I haven't checked it in a while. I'll have to do that, and I still make the lamps when people want them. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I was interested to see what they look like. I think you got a picture of it at the bottom of your QRZ page, right?
Yeah, I do. If you click on it, it might get bigger. It's a fairly good-sized lamp. It's about 15 inches square, about 4 inches deep, and I on the air with your call sign, and then I put a piece of diffused plastic behind it, and you provide your own lamp. Too many people want a different type of lamp, so I couldn't keep up with it all. So you put whatever you want for a light bulb behind it, and away you go. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, like I said, it had sparked my curiosity there. I wanted to see what it looked like. Anyway, you're 10 over 9 here. Really nice signal. You probably got some of that white stuff over there, don't you?
Oh, yeah, we got about 1.5 feet or so on the ground here, and we have enough. If you need some, I could send you an envelope full of snow. Over.
Oh, no. Thanks for the offer. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate your generosity. But growing up in New York, I think I had enough of that stuff for a while there, even though I do still have a second house in Syracuse, New York, and they're kind of getting a bunch of snow right now. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Anyway, yeah, okay. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I'll have to check out my website. But you can go to handmade gear on QRZ, put in my call sign, and you'll probably find it. Over.
Roger. Well, that's where I found the link on your QRZ page, the forums.qrz.com, etc. Anyway, yeah, you might want to check it out. Maybe the link expired or something. Well, listen, thanks for giving me a shot from Montana. You had a little bit of a pileup going on there. I didn't think I was going to make it through with my 500 watts and my two elements up there on the roof, but I guess I made it. All right, well, listen, 73, you and your family have a terrific holiday. Let you make some more contacts from Montana. Whiskey Romeo 7, Delta Whiskey from Kilo 7, Kilo Hotel Zulu.
Yep, okay there, Phil. Yeah, well, thanks for the info. And 73, have a good one. And we'll catch you next time. WR7DW, Don in Eureka, Montana. QRZ.
Delta T, Delta Kilo.
All right, I got somebody with a Tango. Who's the Tango station? The Tango station, try it again.
Hotel Italy 4 Tango. Hotel India 4 Tango.
Hotel India 2 Tango. Did I copy that right, over?
4. 1, 2, 3, 4 Tango. Hotel India 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 Tango.
Hotel India 4 Tango. WR7 DW. Don in Eureka, Montana. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Don. Thank you. Pleasure to contact you. My name is Luis in Santo Domingo. You are 5 and 9 blocks in Dominican Republic, USA.
All right, thanks for the Dominican Republic in 5 and 9. You're 5 and 7, 57. Over.
Okay, thank you, Don. Thank you. Pleasure to contact. I'm here waiting 45 minutes that you can listen to me. Using Delta Loop for 20 meters, only 45 feet in my room. You know?
Yeah, well, you're doing well. You're S7 that time, straight up S7 in the northwest corner of Montana. Over.
Okay, thank you. Let me let you to continue calling. It's a pleasure to contact station from Montana in my new call sign from Maine.
All righty there. Well, you have a good one at 73. Thanks for the call. And nice signal. Over.
Okay, thank you. 73 is on.
73 from Montana. WR7DW. QRZ. I got somebody, and I caught the QRP at the end of it. Who's the QRP station, over? Who is the QRP station? Try it again. Okay, I got the QRP. Give me your call, over. Kilo Alpha 5, and you dropped out. Try it again. The Kilo Alpha 5, try it again. Kilo Alpha 5, something Papa QRP, WR7DW. Still have some QRM coming in. Try your call again, old man. Over. Yep, okay, yeah, we're trying to get you, but you're in and out of the noise level. I understand you're running QRP, Kilo Alpha 5 Sierra something, QRP, WR7DW, Don in Eureka, Montana.
Kilo Alpha 5, Whiskey, engine, what's going? Roger.
See? Yeah, okay, I got the 5 and 7, KA5 SPY, I believe it is, Sierra Papa Yankee, WR7DW. You're about a 5 and 3, a 4 and 3, and a little bit of QRM sometimes to try to pull you out. Over. Yep. Okay. Well, we got you that time. The QRM is subsided a little bit. We got you that time, but not too bad for doing QRP. Over. Yep, okay, yeah, catch you after a while. 73 from Montana. WR7DW, QRZ.
Kilo X-ray 4 Delta X-ray. Kilowatt.
Okay, I got a Kilo Delta 4 Delta X-ray. KD4DX, and it sounds like it. Big signal here in Montana. WR7DW, go ahead.
Yeah, WR7DW, this is Kilowatt X-ray 4 Delta X-ray KX4DX. You're about 35 over 9 in Virginia. Name is Bob, over.
Yeah, okay, Bob. Yeah, you're about 30 over 9 here in the northwest corner of Montana. Handles Don, Delta Oscar November. You got a big signal there, Bob, over.
Yeah, we've talked before. Been a little while there. I'm running an old Collins S line there, over.
Oh, yeah. I used to have an S line way back in the 90s. 75 S3B, 32 S3 transmitter, and I ran a Dentron DTR 2000L with my S line, over.
Yeah, I ran an Alpha 76 here. I was about 1200 watts, and I hit the 75 S1 and a 32 S3. They all been refurbished and recapped and everything. Real quick, but I went down to MD Anderson in Houston, immediately flew down there, and they got me in a stem cell transplant program, and by gosh, I don't even know I'm sick now. I'm considering climbing again. I'm going to try to get my FAA physical on the 16th this month.
There's water in it, but besides that, I didn't lose any cars, I didn't lose any
Never hotter than about 100, never colder than about a minus 50, normally 12 to 14 feet of snow a year at the house.
No clotting, no immunities at all, and I didn't even know it. If I would have cut my arm a little bit on a tower up there, I'd have probably bled to death right on top of that. So be careful. And we've got rid of all the big towers. I had some bigger commercial towers, and I've got rid of all that stuff, so I don't have to worry about keeping the lights going. See you later. We'll pick it right back up next time around. K0, Uniform Oscar.
Now, how long ago was that when you got that diagnosis?
1 year ago, just on my December 14th, a year ago.
Well, I hope this doesn't offend you in any way, but rely on the greatest physician ever.
Move out here, KX48.
Yep, okay, catch you after a while. 73 from Montana, and nice signal here, Bob. Catch you next time. Happy Christmas and a Merry New Year. 73 from Montana.
Same here, KX48.
X-ray Charlie.
I got an X-ray Charlie. Was that X-ray Charlie, over?
Roger, Whiskey 4, November, X-ray Charlie.
November 4, NXC, WR7DW. Don in Eureka, Montana. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, W4 at NXC, WR7DW. Go ahead.
Whiskey 4, November, X-ray Charlie. Huntsville, Alabama. Name is John. Got you at 59 plus 5.
Yeah, okay, John. Yeah, didn't come back there right away. I thought you might have had a cockpit trouble, but yeah, good signal here in Montana there, John. Handles Don, and I'm in the northwest corner of Montana. Go ahead.
Huntsville, Alabama, Rocket City, Redstone Arsenal. Glad to hear you can hear me. I just got a new antenna, and wasn't too happy with it. I was wondering whether I was reaching you.
Oh, yeah, you're S9. What kind of antenna did you get there, John? Over?
Well, I picked up a Chameleon MCOM 2 ANFED. I had an inverted V set up, but the guy doing the lawn accidentally hit one of my guy wires and took everything down. So I had to come up with something real quick. Over.
All right, well, it's working. I don't know how good it receives, but I copy you, so no problem, John. Of course, it's hard to beat a good inverted V, over.
Oh, you counted him wonderful. What about the audio quality? I turned my compressor off. How's it sound?
Oh, it sounds good. No problem. Straight up S9, over.
Roger, got you at S9 plus 5. Take care of yourself now, Donald. 73.
73, John. Catch you next time. Have a good one. And we'll work you again there. WR7DW, QRZ. WR7DW, QRZ.
November, Quebec, 0 Delta.
Whiskey Echo 8 Juliet Mobile.
Whiskey 8 Juliet Mobile, WR7DW. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger. Whiskey Echo 8 Juliet. Whiskey Echo 8 Juliet Mobile. Same time as Ireland in Georgia. Crystal, Georgia, 5-9.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're about 5 and 5 in the northwest corner of Montana. The handle's Don, Delta Oscar November. Go ahead.
Okay, Don, you got a great signal down here on the beach today in South Georgia. You're sounding real good here in the mobile. Mike Echo Lima, Bill. Satellite Bill Fighter.
Yeah, okay, Bill. Yeah, no problem. You're doing well out of the mobile. Not real strong, but copyable. Over.
All right, sounds good. All right, well, thank you. Good to talk to you. Thanks for picking me up. And, yeah, we'll let you get back to some other stations. Merry Christmas. WEHA Mobile Tim.
Yeah, you just hit S8, so the band came up a little bit. 73 from Montana, WR7DW, QRZ. I got a Sierra Echo. Who's the Sierra Echo?
Alpha Kilowatt 4 Sierra Echo Kilowatt.
Try that again a little slower.
Alpha Kilowatt 4 Sierra Echo.
Alpha Kilowatt 4 Sierra Echo, WR7DW. Don in Eureka, Montana. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger. Thank you. My name is Alex. You are 5-9. I repeat, 5-9 in Georgia, in the northeast Georgia. Thank you.
Yep, okay, Alex. You're 5 and 5, 55 in the northwest corner of Montana. Over.
Roger, Roger. Thank you for 5 and send me some snow over here.
All right, it sounds good. 73 from Montana. Have a good one. WR7DW, QRZ.
November 4, Hotel Oscar Zulu Delta.
Okay, who's the November 4?
November 4, Hotel Oscar Zulu. You're 5-8, Florida.
N4 HOZ, WR7DW. Don in Eureka, Montana. Nice signal, over.
Thank you, Don. Yeah, you're 5-8. Got a good signal here into Florida. The name here is Tim, Tango India Mike. I'll send some sunshine up your way, buddy.
Yeah, hopefully we get some. Right now we got snow on the ground and under freezing. Over.
Oh boy. Well, I'm still in the flip-flops, and I do have some long pants on, but yeah, I got down into the 50s today, so kind of chilly for us here in Florida. But yeah, we'll stay warm and shovel that snow out so you can get there to your truck. And that's a long driveway, 5 miles, man. You're out there in God's country now, aren't you, Don?
Oh yeah. Well, the wife and I, we had the agreement. She likes the snow. And so 5-mile driveway, no neighbors, but when it needs shoveling, she'll get up at about 6 o'clock in the morning, make a thermos full of coffee and a sack lunch, and by 6 o'clock at night, she's made it down to the mailbox at the end of the road, and she'll call me on 5-2, and I'll drive down there and pick her up so she doesn't have to walk back. Over.
I tell you what, that's a pioneer woman there, buddy, and she's staying in good shape doing all that work. Goodness gracious. Well, you need to get out there and help her sometimes, and but I guess you're keeping everything warmed up with your rig and your amplifier and everything, so you're keeping the house warm, right?
Well, the shack isn't part of the house. That way the wife doesn't want to come out here and clean it up. And so I have my own radio shack, and I keep it warm.
Thank you for the
but every now and then she'll say, I don't want to go to shovel the snow today. And well, it has to be done. And she says, I don't want to do it. So I go out there and I fire up the dump truck with a 12-foot snow blade, and I do it with the dump truck. Over.
Hey, that's the easy way, the smart way to do it, there, buddy. All right, well, 73's to you.
Yep. I have a little bobtail dump with a 12-foot blade on it and a sander in the back, and I put about 3 or 4 yards of sand in it, and I can sand all the icy spots and clear the road off, and I could do the whole job in about a half an hour, 45 minutes.
Well, sounds like you got the right equipment for the job, so very good. Well, you have a good one. I appreciate the QSO 73s to you, Don.
Yeah, 73, Stab. Nice signal here in Montana. WR7DW, QRZ. Okay, the one ending in radio. Who's the ending in radio? Over.
Kilo, Foxtrot 9, Echo Radio, KF9ER.
Yeah, KF9ER, WR7DW. Don in Eureka, Montana. Go ahead.
Yeah, real good there, Don. Sounds like you got a really nice area there. I'm on the southeast side of Chicago. Named off the house of Union Lima. But it's not too bad. I mean, we're not between skyscrapers. We're not so far from these things. But we got some wetlands and stuff like that around us. But you're out there in the open a little bit. That's pretty nice. I looked at the picture there on QRZ where you got the tower and all the snow and all that. So it sounds like a pretty good hobby with all that going on. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, if you look at that picture, in the upper right-hand corner is the second tower, and if you click on that picture, it'll get bigger, and that's the antenna that I'm using right now, over.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, it's working very well for you. Yeah, I have a very small lot and rather modest antenna. I just have a fan dipole, and one of the elements, of course, is one of the dipoles is for 20 meters here, and I think SWRs are pretty good at it. It's not up real high, but the way the lot runs, east and west more than you do north and south, so that works out anyhow. Yeah, I've got you about 10/9, good signal. I'm only running about 100 watts from my Kenwood TS2000 here. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I got a small piece of property up this way, and we love it. Nice, quiet place to live, and the road ends at my house, so somebody's either lost or they're coming up to see me. Since it's a 5-mile driveway, it takes them a while to get up here. But the road ends at the house, so there you go. And surrounded by public land that is almost inaccessible. So it's a nice, quiet place to retire to. We've been up here since 2001 and just love it. Over.
Yeah. I have a friend in northern Michigan, and they get a lot of snow and colder weather and stuff like that, and it's nice in a way, but my wife's got a bad back. She doesn't do well with the cold, so I'm looking at retiring in less than about a year and a half, and I don't know, if we go anywhere, I think she's going to want a warmer climate, so I don't know, we'll probably be going south somewhere if we move at all.
Oh, yeah. Well, if I was going to move again, it would be further north into Alaska. The only problem with Montana is there's no salt water, and I like the saltwater fish. Over.
Yeah, you got to order out for that, I guess. I did live in Florida for a brief time there for a couple of years. I was teaching in parochial school down there, and the saltwater fish was plentiful. I mean, we weren't too far from the ocean, maybe about 15 miles from it. I couldn't get oceanfront property. They don't pay Lutheran school teachers enough for oceanfront property, but we did save our nickels and dimes there and go out and get some seafood now and again, and they had some good saltwater fish and stuff like that, so that was pretty good. But I came back where I'm originally from here and came up here and did some other things, so that's how that worked. But yeah, the wife, she doesn't do well with the cold weather, so whenever winter comes, she's complaining, she's hurting, whatever, and I'm like, yeah, but summer's coming. Yeah, but I'm hurting now. Yeah, but summer's coming. So I don't no. We'll see what happens there. Thanks for the contact, Don. I won't keep you. I know you got a few others there wanting to work you. I heard someone tuning up and all, so they're lining up to get Montana, I guess. Sometimes it's a little bit tough to get, so nice signal here in Chicago here, anyhow. So you have a real good one, and the best to you and your family there for Christmas. KF9ER.
Yeah, 73 from Montana. Catch you next time. WR7DW. Bye-bye. KI0HC. KI0 Hotel Charlie. WR7DW. Go ahead.
Roger, Don. Yeah, I just kind of sitting back here copying the mail, and well, you cracked me up with that perfect weather up there.
Yeah, perfect weather. You know, yeah, we enjoy it. Over.
Roger that. Well, we're down here in Iowa. I moved back here a couple of years ago. Retired. I'm originally from Iowa, and moved out to Colorado and kind of lived my life out there. And then in 2022, retired and moved back here. But great signal here. Just running. I guess it's FT101D, and I've got a step IR. The DB18 up about 60 feet here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the step IR numbers. And if you look me up on QRZ, you'll see pictures of two towers. And one of them's in the snow with a TH7 at 65 feet. And I have a 4-element step IR sitting on the ground. And it's going to take the spot of the TH7. And that'll give me 6 through 20. And then above that, I'm going to take that 3-element off, and I'm going to put probably 20 elements horizontal for 2-meter sideband. Over.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I updated my QRZ also. I bought a height tower, and it lays over, and I've got it built over plate, so I didn't want to do any climbing or anything. But yeah, I've got 2 elements on 40. And they'll go down and hook up to 6. But when I was out in Colorado, I still got that. I just haven't put it up yet. And then I also bought a vertical, the big, what the heck is it? The big monster, the 80 meter vertical. Curious how that's going to work, so I figured I'd try that. But yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, like you said, just kind of been copying the mail, and when you guys don't get over 100 much or below 50, negative 50, I kind of cracks me up. Reminds me of Iowa.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, you know, keeps the riffraff out. But what can I tell you? Yeah, I got to fix I got to put up the stepper, and then the 2-meter stuff. And I got another tower that I want to get up this year. I have a 100-foot motorized crank up, and so I got to get the backhoe out and clear a spot and dig a hole, pour some concrete, and stick up the 100-foot crank up, and that's going to have a 40-meter monobander on it, and also 7 elements on 6, and so we'll get that one up hopefully this year also. It's just going to take a lot of concrete. Concrete's getting expensive nowadays, but what the heck, you can't take it with you. So I'm soon to have 3 towers, and when I get up the 3rd tower, I'll take another picture and put it on my QTH lookup.
Oh, Roger. No, that'll work out nice. That's definitely nice, and you can't have too many towers. That's like you can't have too many radios. So no, nothing wrong with that. I wanted to get it. I had a crank up in Colorado, and that was motorized. I liked that, and I could lay it down. I wanted to get one from Heights Tower, but it was going to take so long. I ended up just getting a freestanding aluminum tower that tilts over. It has that Acme screw, and once you undo the pin, and it lays down on the ground horizontal. And then with the tilt-over plate, the antenna is horizontal. So I made a little platform I can get on to work on anything if I need it, or add or subtract or whatever. It's just kind of nice to keep everything tight and everything. But well, good. KI0HC,
Well, you just hit about 35 over here on the 5,000, so there you go. If you look at my towers, mine are a little unique. They're square towers and not triangle, and they're my towers. I design and manufacture antenna towers as a quasi-hobby, and I just finished tower number 56. Over.
Yeah, I copied the mail. I was checking that out, and well, you definitely got the inside on the towers. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't have that skill. I learned a long time ago. If you don't have the skill at something, it's a lot cheaper to pay somebody to do it than you to do it, mess it up, and pay somebody twice to fix it.
Yeah, something like that. I've been making towers for a long time, and I had to make one for one of my repeater sites. I own and operate 12 repeaters, and about 2 years ago, the Roan 45 up at Warner Peak got loaded with ice and fell over and crashed. So I built one of my towers for my repeater at Warner Peak, and the last 2 years it's been doing fine. Over.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I never thought about the square, but I guess that would work all right. Yeah, I got into the 900 megahertz repeaters, did a lot of P25, and got a linking system still back in Colorado, and I got it coming out here to Iowa too, so it's kind of like we're there. So definitely nice. Got to have hobbies, that's for sure. Well, Don, I know. Well, I looked your viewers there. I got a buddy lives in Casper. He got the same name as you, and so I'll have to give him a call. I talked to him on the radio there. Hi. But you probably got a lot of other guys out there waiting to talk. Very good station out there. Sound great. And like I say, you hit 30 on that 1 peak, so definitely the antenna's working and that amp and everything. So I'll say 73 to you, and I'm sure we'll work you again. And take care and enjoy the winter weather, because I'm sure we're going to get more of this. It's 18 degrees and dropping right now here in Iowa, so it's a little chilly. So, hey, 73, you take care. WR7DW KI083.
Yeah, catch you after a while. 73 for Montana. WR7DW. Bye-bye.
Alpha Delta T. Whiskey Alpha Uniform Oscar Delta, WA9UOD. WR7DW, WA9 Uniform Oscar Delta. Whiskey Radio 7, Delta Whiskey, from Alpha Delta T, Delta Kilo.
You hear them stations out there, Don?
If they could, and I think they will here in the next couple of years, though, meet the 500-mile limit, because the battery development have quickened, and they're getting into that range right now, 600 miles. They're on a single charge, so because they're using different compounds, different type of technology for the new batteries that they're going to come out with. So there's some breakthroughs coming through with Samsung and I forget which other company I saw that are playing with those batteries. So if they can get 500 miles, man, that would be the way to go. Because, you know, like in my case, if I'm going down to Dallas, Tim, that's that would be easy getting down there. Then if you can run around Dallas and then charge up before you leave back for Oklahoma City, that would be an easy make, which would be also true from here to St. Louis. So we'll just have to see, you know, where that goes. But
Tim, right?
yeah, go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, well, you know, who knows? I think all that stuff may get put on hold for a while. We'll see. And Dave, that's what I do every year. When I go to Oklahoma every year, I just rent a car. That way I don't rack up the miles on my car. So that's the way we've always done that. And it works out real well. And with an electric car, that would probably be ideal. You could just...
A lot of folks involved in it. A lot of involved.
And somehow HSDR,
they're HX maniacs now. I mean, they come out for contesting and...
parks on the airfield day, the whole bit. So it's pretty cool. And so, if you get that going, all I can say is the college club stations, at least in my time at school, it had a lot of upside. Really helped me get into the hobby, and so I think they're an asset, and so it's a great way to keep that asset, growing and being appreciated. Anyway, 7-3, Chris, I gotta run. Have a good evening, and we'll catch you later. This is K9UR, and I'll clear for now.
Okay, Joe, really good. Yeah, just a quick comment. Yeah, 100% agree. I think anything, like you said, anything you can do to, increase participation and get folks hooked into the hobby, that's 100% benefit to the club and the hobby. So very good. Okay, 73 for now. Thanks again for the great QSO.
It's worth the expense, and we don't go on long road trips anymore, so it's just occasionally that we've done that. But that occasional stuff it put me off from getting another electric car, because the mileage on their new Audi is 300 miles, so it's perfect for. She works at Kaiser Permanente, and she has to go downtown occasionally and stuff like that. But they're usually short trips, and she's back and forth, back there in the morning and then back at night, and she can charge it up. So they came down here, and Matthew said they had enough charge in the battery to get home. But since I had the charger, he went ahead and charged it here. So they went back on a full charge. But he said he could have gotten back to Pasadena without a problem. And then they have a charger at home. So works good. Yeah, the short trips, it's really great. Cuts back on pollution, and it's cheaper too. Sometimes you have to worry about high gas prices and stuff like that. So I don't know what the new administration is going to do. I wouldn't be shocked if they knock off the financial incentives, but at the same time, Elon would get hurt there, with his cars. So maybe they'll keep it for him. Who knows? Or not just for him, but keep those rebates back in for buying electric vehicles. But I think that's the tipping point. People see
Frequency to use
electric cars. It's the fact that you're not polluting. And electric cars are neat. They're clean and quiet.
The frequency is unusual, man.
The long trips and the lack of a lot of charging units. I don't know what he's going to do with that.
You again, Fred. Let me hope all is well. Over. Echo America 7, Juliet Whiskey, Foxtrot 6 Yankee 5 Hotel Mike. All the best, friend. Hope I catch you again before Christmas. If not, you and family have a wonderful Christmas. Best of 73s. Bye-bye.
Of course, Trudeau told him that the Canadian border cannot be compared with the Mexican border because the two of them are completely different. Over to you, Tim. N5QB with a WA60KN KD5AW.
Yeah, N5QB. Oh, very good. Yeah, really, there's really no way to guard the northern border like they're trying to do in the southern border. So, I mean, it's just like Maine runs way up into Canada. If you look at it, it's up in northern Maine. I mean, it's way up into Canada. If you drew a straight line across, from the top of Vermont and New Hampshire, my little state here goes way up in there. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think people are going to flee the United States for the most part, but I think it's going to cross a lot of people's minds anyway. We'll see what happens. But like I said, I think a lot of this is just going to be bravado, and it's not going to come to anything. And there's several reasons why I say that. Because for one thing, these other guys aren't going to do anything that's going to hurt their political careers. So that's one thing that he's going to buck up against. They're not going to be able to do some things because it would definitely destroy their long-term political careers. So, and essentially, his is done. So we'll see how it all plays out. But it's going to get interesting, I think. Over to you, Dave. N5QB.
Yeah, interesting is understated word in this case. We'll have to wait and see. N5QB, WA60DK. Yeah, that northern border would be very tough to, it's a big border from the west coast to the east coast. And then you got Alaska going up there, too. You got Alaska, so... and your state goes way up, so there's lots of areas. I don't know how much. First, they're claiming that there's illegal immigration coming across the Canadian border, along with drugs. I don't know how true that is or how much there is. But you wonder where they're coming from. It's not the Canadians coming into the U.S. because Canadians can get into the U.S. pretty easily, and I don't think that's an issue for the Canadians. So, that's it. I didn't realize that Canada is tightening up. Yeah, their requirements were quite low, and they've had a lot of the Asian community, a lot of Chinese and Asians have moved into Canada. If you go to Vancouver, there's very, very large populations of immigrants from China and other parts of Asia that have come over to Canada. So it's been a popular place for people who get out of China and get over into not the U.S. but into Canada, and then from Canada they can get into the U.S. too. So, but I think up there they can get asylum much easier. They used to, much easier than they used to. So Carl, have you talked to anyone else with anyone? I should say anyone with a new Flex 8000 series? So far, the only person I've heard talk about it is the ham that Tim found that had lousy audio on the 8000, and that was, he got it the same day, plugged it in. So that wasn't a fair comparison. But have you talked to anyone or heard anything more about the 8000 series? KD5AW, WA6 at DKN.
Yeah, WA6DKN with N5QB KD5AW. I have not, to be truthful, I have not been on since the last time we talked. The radio has been hooked up, but like I said, I've kind of ceased for the holidays, and almost a week I haven't spoken on the radio. So that's one of the reasons I haven't run into anybody. But I'll be looking. I'll be kind of listening out and see what I can hear and engage them and see how they like the radio and that type, and listen to the audio, see what goes there. But I'm sure they'll be fine, transmit-wise. We'll just have to wait and see. But like we all know, the proof of the pudding is in the setting. The settings tell it all. N5QB with WA6DKN, KD5AW.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It takes a little while to get one set up right. And, I didn't put a lot of stock into that when I heard, because I knew the guy just got it. Of course, if he had another one, he could probably set it up just the same way. But I don't know. I didn't hear that part of the conversation. If he was already running a Flex, or if he just switched to it. So I have no idea. So. But yeah, I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be good radios, and there's a lot of good stuff out there nowadays. I mean, we got a lot of fine radios to choose from. Over to you there, again, 5QB.
Yeah, N5QB, WA6DKN. I don't think any time in the last 66 years that I've been a ham that I've seen more variety of choices on the market. There's just lots of them. Some new guys playing over in Europe, especially in the amplifier area. But and now you get China producing these small QRP radios, and also 2-meter handhelds. And they're literally half the price of this one little QRP rig that's HF and VHF. It's HF. It's 6 meters through 160, or 160 through 6 meters, and then it covers 2 meters and then 440, or 70 centimeters as they refer to it as. And those are priced around $700-800, which is half the price of the $1,400 that Icom gets for their little Icom 705. That's the radio I have. It's a 10-watt QRP radio with color screen, and theirs is color screen. In fact, I think theirs has a built-in antenna tuner. This is the Chinese company. So they're coming out with some really neat little QRP radios. They haven't come out anything with full 100 watts. They do have 100-watt amplifiers where you can plug the 10-watt QRP radios into a 100-watt amplifier and get 100 watts. But the reports, the audio, I've talked to a couple of guys with them. They sound good. The people that have them like them, and they're really, really cheap compared to the Japanese radios. The KD5AW at WA6 at DKN.
Yeah, WA6DKN with N5QB, KD5AW. I haven't seen any, HF stuff, 100 watts that they've produced yet. I don't know if Tim has, but I sure haven't. But yeah, they're gonna play in the mix in the future. I do believe I would bet they're gonna progress from these small, low power stuff to a full-fledged HF that will probably rival some of the big guys. But get this, Tim. One of my buddies here on the local net, he bought an 810, one of the new Yaesu rigs. Bought it used for $1,000 and something bucks. Why somebody would do that, I don't know. But anyway, he bought it used. and it's giving trouble now, and he has to send it off to get it fixed. He cannot get the warranty because, you know, he bought it from an individual, and I don't think he even knows the name of the individual that he bought it from. But now that particular rig is on sale for like $800 and something bucks. And he paid more than the radio is a new one right now. So here's an instance where you really don't want to buy something used with a price that's close to what the manufacturer suggested retail price is. You don't want to do that, because why not just buy a new one and go from the, you know, but I guess he didn't want to, I guess at the time those were selling, what, for $1,400, and he didn't want to spend the money. Now he's bitten with a radio that doesn't work, and he'll have to send it off, and he don't know how much it's going to cost him to get it repaired. N5QB, KD5AW.
Yeah, N5QB. Yeah, I don't think I'd want one of the 710s for a home unit. I guess some guys are using them for that, but I don't know. The 810 is the one I have is much, gets a little bigger and it's easier to use. Anything under that, I consider it a mobile, you know, the size-wise and all that. But yeah, I mean, you know, I need to get mine back on the air so I can get it updated and decide if I'm going to keep it or get rid of it or what I'm going to do with mine. But yeah, radios are, you know, that's a funny thing. They're really more reasonably priced now than they've ever been. Of course, those high-end ones are just about disappeared. So even like I said, I told Dave earlier, they run in the 101D Yaesu for $2,600, and that's, you know, that's pretty cheap at HRO. So they're not even that, and that's the top one, you know, the top of the line right now with the Yaesu has. That's a pretty good deal. Over to you, though.
$2,600, you said?
Yeah, that's what the ad said. It was $3,800, and it's down to $2,600 for a new one.
That's not the MP model, though.
No, it's not the 200-watt model, no, but it's 100 watts.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave, go ahead.
Ok, amigos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Buenas tardes, aquí en sintonía.
Very good.
Oh, man, the frequency's in use.
Yeah,
don't you hear me talking?
And it also runs on 13 volts, not 50 volts. And it doesn't have all the roofing filters that the MP has. And what else? There's a couple other little things in there too that are different. So
Spanish-speaking guys getting on a
that is a good deal. That is a good deal. You know, one thing nice about this Yaesu, it's really designed for. I'm on the 101 MT today. It's really designed for contesting too. Because, you know, it's got a beautiful menu system similar to what you see on the Icoms, but you have all of the control buttons on the outside. You just don't have to hit the screen to do something. You know, you can use the screen as a touch screen. You know, like to change the mode and change the filters and stuff like that. But you also have buttons. You know, for example, if you want to reduce the bandwidth. You can do that with one of the buttons right there, IF shift or whatever. All the controls are accessible through a switch or a button or a knob or something like that on the outside. So you literally don't have to go to the menu, or you don't have to use the touch screen. You can use the touch screen if you want. But you can avoid it totally if you're. I think if you're high speed, you know, I'll try to make a lot of contacts. It's kind of nice having all those controls on the outside. It makes it a bigger radio. With the Electraft now, it's just the opposite. They've designed that for field operations, for DXpeditions, because it only weighs 10 pounds. And, a lot of the functions they have, each shaft in there, it will have 2 or 3 different functions, and you've got to hit a button to move it to the selection that you want, and then hit that button to get to the other button, type thing. So it takes a little while getting used to it. And it works fine, but it's not as clean as this Yaesu. I really like this Yaesu. I keep saying I'm surprised that Tim sold his, but it's a neat radio, and the receiver is definitely the best that I have. But there's a lot, there's not a lot of difference these days. If you almost have to have the expensive equipment to measure how many dBs this is better than that, because it's hard to tell. Having both radios sitting in front of you and switch back and forth, a lot of times I can't tell the difference. KD5AW and WA6 at DKN.
Yeah, WA6DKN with N5QB, KD5AW. So true. So true. They're all fine radios, just that everybody have their favorite. And I'm stuck on Flexes now. But I have Yaesus I have Icoms in the shack as well. But I seldom use them. Just one of those things you get. A rig is so easy to use, and it's standalone. I don't have to rely on a computer or anything, so that makes it nice. But that's my choice anyway. But Dave, I know the other day you were looking at a new TV, and man, hopefully you waited until this time of the year, because the prices are ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. I saw today, what was it, a TCL, a 75-inch HD, I'm trying to remember if it was the mini LED variety, and that baby was on sale for about a little under $600. And this was not the, only ones I've seen in that price range. And most of them are that price range, a little bit up and below $1,000 for like a 75 or 85 inch, depending on brand. And the competition is kind of tough now because all these TVs put out a great picture. N5QB, KD5AW.
Yeah, N5QB. Very good. Yeah, it is. I saw several things that had pretty good sales on them at different places, and I am not really in the. I don't need anything right now. I've got plenty of everything. I have 4 TVs or something like that, and then I've got 3 or 4 monitors hooked up on different computers and this and that. So yeah, I've got plenty of everything. I'll tell you, so far everything's holding up, and I hope it continues. I haven't lost a computer now in, 2 or 3 years, so everything seems to be holding up fairly well. It's getting close to the witching hour, Dave. Are you going to pull out? It's 6 o'clock, so I didn't know if we're going to go around again or what. So over to you, N5QB.
Yeah, N5QB at WA6DKN. Yeah, I got to do my treadmill, so I've changed my schedule around to accommodate our schedule here at getting together early. But when we first switched over, I'd say, well, I'll wait until an hour later when I normally do it. But I find that I forget. Then I bypass getting on the treadmill, so I got to get on the treadmill and do my exercise there. Work off a little weight from the Thanksgiving, although I normally don't put on any weight, but it's time for me to go. Anyway, steady state, gentlemen. So, like I said, the procedures on Wednesday, usually you got a pretty sore throat for a couple of days, so I may not even get on there on